Federalism. In short, I will explain. There are two types of constitutions in the world. Okay, first point. What are those? One is unitary constitution. The second one is federal constitution. Then the question arises here whether Indian constitution is a unitary constitution or federal constitution, right? How can we identify that India is a federal type or a unitary type? There some principles are there which decides whether it is a federal constitution or Indian or unitary constitution. So here we call a constitution is a federal constitution when we find the supremacy of a central government at a central level and state governments at a states level. That means central polity we find at a central level. Okay. Then at states level, state governments, which we call subsidiary polities. So here, the subsidiary polities, it means state governments. Central polity in the sense union government. In a nation, we find dual polity. Okay. In a nation, we find dual polity. That is union government at a national level and a state government at a states level. Okay. So this kind of a political system we find in federalism. That is federalism. What is federalism? Powers. Powers are divided between union government and state government. Okay. It is a decentralization of powers. That means state governments are given power on certain subjects upon which the state government have powers on which there is no power to this union government. Similarly, certain subjects are given to the union government upon which union government is given complete authority and there is no power to the state government to interfere or to involve into that one. So in that way, powers are divided. That means the power is divided between the central and the states. Okay. And in which the power is divided, the fields assigned to the state government and central government. So where there is federalism, there we find duality in all aspects. That means dual polity we find. then dual services we find, and dual judicial system and dual citizenship we find. Okay, this is in a federal constitution. Okay, another one is unitary constitution, where we do not find subsidiary polities. We find only the central polity and absence of subsidiary polities. At national level, we find only one government with a single polity, that is a unitary government, union government, and there won't be state governments. That means we find for entire nation one government at a national level or at a central level, that is union government, right? So that is the principle to say that this is the type of constitution they have, right? Now the question is whether we have federal constitution or unitary constitution. I have given the two principles which satisfies to say that whether it is a federal constitution or unitary constitution, right? In some of the countries there is a federal constitution, okay, and we also have union government and state governments which resembles dual polity, that what we call dual polity. What is by dual polity? It is union government at national level and state governments at a states level. This is a dual polity. Do we have? Yes, we have dual polity. Understand? But we do not have dual citizenship. Understand? We have only single citizenship, right? For all the citizens, there is a card saying that we all are the citizens of India. There is no state citizenship in India, right? So single citizenship is there in India. Whereas in America, they have dual polity and dual citizenship. Okay. And they one in dual polity of America, there at a national level in America, at a national level in America, they have federal government. Okay. And at a states level, that is at 50 states, they have state government. Understand? In India, at a national level, we have union government. Understand? In America, they have federal government. Understand? So there they have dual polity, and we also have dual polity. The dual polity of India is similar to the dual polity of America, which is one of the feature of a federation. Some more features are there in federation. What are those? Those are dual services, dual citizenship, dual judicial system, which are there in America. Understand? Whereas in India, we have dual polity with a single citizenship. What we have? Dual polity with a single citizenship. Understand? It means that in India, there is only one citizenship card to all. That we see there, we are called the people of India, right? Whereas in America, they have dual citizenship. That is, at a national level, they are given the citizens of American Federation, federal government, and also state citizenship. Okay. In our India, we have dual polity and single citizenship. So what I said, in federalism we find a dual polity. Dual polity in the sense power is divided and distributed between central and states, right? So for example, in our India, we have 28 states. In America, they have 50 states, right? So in 50 states, they have different laws relating to their region, their states. The law, that what you call dual judicial system, I said. Okay. Dual polity, I said. Polity in the sense ruling the nation, ruling a region. So when they have to use their power to rule, then it would bring a conflict between the central and the state, right? State government is given authority at state level to rule, right? And such rule of the state should not be interfered by the national government, that is union government. Okay. So at national level, we find one kind of a political system, and at states level, we find another kind of a political system, right? In federation, in federalism, what I'm saying. Along with that, we also find dual judicial system in federalism. That means the law procedure of the union government and the law procedure of the 50 states. In America, they have federal government at a national level. In India, we have union government. So at a national level in America, they have federal law procedure that does not matches with law procedure of 50 states. So where there is a duality in all aspects, it may generate confusion and diversified laws. Law of one state, judicial system of one state does not matches with the rest of the states and also with the federal judicial system, which is at a national level. Okay. So a specific law on marriage in one state may not be similar and different with the law in other states. Let me give one example. Suppose in one state, a person can have more than one wife. It may not be the crime. For example, you think in that way. It is imagination. Okay. In one state, it is not a crime to have more than one wife. Okay, that is allowed there. One can marry more than one, for example. If you go to another state, there may be a law that on the same, that is a marriage related one, it may be the crime a person marrying more than one wife. Okay, that is their law in that state. So just I give an example, a law relating to marriages, right? So what we see here in these two states, the law on marriage is different, right? So law relating to various subjects may generate diversified laws in states and at national level. So diversified laws may bring problem to the people. People may not trust the what to call law, because at one state the law does not allow citizens to do an activity which is crime according to the law is allowed in another state. So this will make the people to feel that which is the right law, understand, which is correct, which has to be followed, right? In some of the countries they have dual judicial system. In America they have judicial system, dual judicial system. So dual judicial system may generate diversified laws that may weaken the nation, in which states are the part of a nation. India is union of states. Here we are discussing about federalism, but in Indian constitution there is no word written anywhere India is a federation. In the first article of the Indian constitution it started, India is a union of states. Understand? Why does not it mention that India is a federation? Because we do not have completely federalism. Understand? We have federalism to some extent. If we will place complete federalism, in which complete freedom and authority power is given to the states, it may break unity of the India and also leads to disintegration of India. Understand? So to protect the integration and unity of the India, to some extent we made Indian Union as what to call dual polity. In remaining matters, we have single citizenship. Why do we have single citizenship? To strengthen that we all are belonging to one nation, to inculcate that we all are Indians. It builds unity in Indians. Understand? We do not have dual citizenship. Okay. So where there is a federalism in all aspects, that is in dual polity, dual services and dual judicial system, will weaken the water nation. Okay. It may generate diversified laws. So to overcome this problem, Ambedkar has taken a care, and whatever is common which related to the states and central, those are enlisted with the central, because to keep unity in India, unitary constitution feature also added here. That means those which are very important for keeping integrity and unity of the nation, such subjects are given to the central. That means central government have given power to make laws on those matters which related to the nation, okay, in which there is no power to the state government. Clear? That what we call centralist or unionist. Clear? And on certain subjects which are related to only to the states, upon which state government is given authority and power to make laws, and such list we call state list. Okay, some aspects are related to the national and at states level, upon which both central government, that is union government, and state government, both are given power to make laws, and those are enlisted in another list what we call concurrent list. In this way, in our India, we have single citizenship with dual polity, dual services, but single judicial system. Okay, we have only one single judicial system. In America, they have uh, dual judicial system. That means what here in America, there the judgment given by one state is final in that state. One cannot appeal that judgment in the higher court, that is the federal court. At a national level in America, they have federal court. Okay, so there the lower court, that is at state level, for example, in one state the judgment is given. So if the citizen, if the what to call the petitioner is not happy with the judgment, he cannot take that case into the federal court in America. Understand? There is, it is not allowed to appeal at a federal court on the judgment of the lower court, because they have separated judicial system. One is at a federal, at a national level, that is a federal court, and another is state courts in all 50 states, right? Whereas in India, we have single judicial system. That means if one is not happy with the judgment of the lower court, he can take that case that into the what to call high court, and if he does not happy with the judgment verdict of the high court, he can appeal to the Supreme Court. Understand? So that means the law, the legal procedure in India is same and similar, followed same from bottom to top. It means from at lower, what to call, at a village level we have some courts, at a mandal level, at a district level, then at a states level, and at a national level. That means Supreme Court to High Court, High Court to the lower courts, that is district courts, municipal courts, taluk courts. In all these, we have some commonness in the legal procedure. This is the care Ambedkar have done for the what to call Indian Federation. Understand? Right? So that is a system we have, and we also have what dual services. That means at state level they have State Public Service Commission, and at the national level they have UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, right? So dual services we have, dual polity we have, and single citizenship. Understand? So to avoid the confusion, what to call in the basic laws, which may generate confusion and diversify laws, there the care has been taken by Ambedkar in all the basic matters, right? So the draft constitution mentioned that India would be with a single judiciary. What is that? We have single and integrated judicial system. What we have? Single and integrated judicial system. And there is uniformity in all fundamental laws. Understand? What are fundamental laws? Civil law, criminal law. This is the same throughout the nation. What is the punishment given by lower court for a crime of theft will be same in the Supreme Court also. Understand? That is uniformity in fundamental laws, civil and criminal. And another is all Indian civil services, that is IAS, IPS, they are appointed by all Indian civil services, which are strategic post. There is need of efficiency, right? This strategic post we got by our experience under colonial rule by the British government. So that experience helped us to identify that which are the strategic posts, and those strategic posts are filled by the all Indian civil services, that is collectors, IPS, then Indian Forest Services. These all are filled by the all Indian civil services. Understand? What do you see? There are three lists here. Understand? Constitution of India, Union list, state list, concurrent list. Understand? So what are those subject matters? Defense, that is protecting the nation. Okay, that is army. Army is very important to protect the nation. So there is power to this union government to make law on defense. Understand? That is placed under what you call a union list. Look at here, this one. Atomic energy, which is placed under central government. Foreign affairs. So what kind of relations to be established with the China, America, that will be decided by the union list. Okay. Then war and peace, whether we have to wage war on other country, that will be decided by the union list, right? And banking, railways, then post and telegraph, these all are what to call under the union list. So state government is not given power to make law on these matters. Right? Now coming to the what you call a state. State also given power to make laws on certain subjects. Understand? On what is certain subjects. What are those? Look at here. Agriculture. What is it? Agriculture. It means state can make law on agriculture. Police, then prison, local governments, public health, land, okay, then liquor. Like these, several what to call subjects are placed under the what state list. Understand? Those can be what to call given to the state. Understand? Then another is that is concurrent list. What that? We see that concurrent list. What is by concurrent list? It is the list upon which central and state both are given power to make laws. Understand? That is education. Education we find in central and state. So central government schools we have, state government schools we have. On education policy, central can make law and state can make law. You may get a doubt that if central and state get a conflict in making law on the subjects of the concurrent list, then upper hand will be to the central government. That means union government law is accepted over the law of the what to call a state upon the subjects of the concurrent list. So what we see are when union government is getting supremacy on the subjects of the concurrent list while making law, At that moment, it leads to absence of this sovereignty of a state government. That means state governments are losing their power. Whenever there is a clash between central and state making law on the concurrent list, then there will be upper hand to central government. So state governments are losing their freedom, right? It means that state governments are not feeling free to make law on the concurrent list. Upper hand goes to the central government, so it leads to the what, a union government. That means unitary type of constitution to strengthen the what, a unity. Okay, so ours is neither a federal nor a unitary. It is not completely unitary and not completely federal. So what we call quasi federal constitution. India is what, quasi federal constitution. In other words, we can call it with a strong unitary, what you call, India is a federation with a strong unitary constitution. Okay, that we can call here. Understand? This is what you call the subjects which are enlisted in Indian constitution. Okay,